What up, my ninjas? It's Strydent, and I've been tooling around on the internet, running around on YouTube watching reviews, and I saw a couple people doing figure reviews on which Batman figure is the best. Um, I noticed they overlooked quite a few figures, and everybody kind of, they had a similar opinion. I'm gonna go through the Bats figures that I own, and I'm gonna show you, the pluses and the minuses. And a lot of mine I customized because I can't stand their ginormous rubber capes. So you'll get to see, you know, what I do, and a lot of it you've already seen in the my little Ultimate Batman Collection two-part piece, where I showed you most of the ones I had from childhood to about the DC Universe classics, actually up to the Superman, Batman, Public Enemies DCU line. So yeah, I'm gonna show you a couple more pluses, minuses, and the artistic details that will ultimately lead me to my decision. So stay tuned. Now, as the other guy said, pretty much Bats is the most popular character in the DC universe. He probably eclipses Wolverine by, several fans, several 100,000, maybe millions of fans. He's a more relatable character than a lot of the characters in the DC universe and Marvel universe, and just the fact that his will keeps him going is his biggest selling point. Not to mention that he's just got a ton of cool shit. Anyway, everyone knows who he is. Most people dig him. There's a few people who don't, but this is for those who do. There's a couple things that you got to keep in mind if you are looking for a good Batman figure. If you want one that looks good on the shelf, hands down, you're gonna probably want a DC Direct figure. They have limited articulation, but the sculpts are typically really good, and a lot of them mimic the styles of various comic book artists. Anything done by the Four Horsemen will be a little bit of both. If you're really old school, then you'd want stuff done by Kenner. Kenner did some really cool stuff. I mean, their figures were smaller, but I'm talking like from Superpowers to the Dark Knight collection. They actually did some cool stuff, and also they did the Total Justice. So if you like smaller figures, I think those were like 5-inch scale. Those are where it's at. I'm going to show you a couple more. I'm more of a 6 to 8-inch figure scale collector, and most of my figures nowadays are in that scale. I do have a great deal of the small ones, and I'll show you them too. And we'll go over, the costumes and the articulation and all that good stuff. So first we start off with the 5-inch scale Dark Knight collection, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin to Batman Begins. Maybe you like the old school figures, but like I said, the old ones were made by Kenner up to Batman Forever, and then Mattel made the Batman Begins. Maybe you like the animated series. Maybe you like Total Justice. All of these were made by Kenner. They all are pretty cheap online right now. As you can see, the sculpts vary because there were several changes that happened during the course of the TV show and the Total Justice line. Maybe you're a Movie Masters person. Now, I know the black suit is technically not a Movie Masters, the middle one, but I put it in there because it represents the Michael Keaton in the DC Universe style. Maybe you like the comics. All of these are good representations of different comics. The center one, to me, is probably the best representation, but maybe you dig Nightfall. You got him there. Maybe you dig different periods of the blue and gray. I only didn't put in Crime Stopper Batman. I always thought he was stupid looking. But this blue and gray takes the place of my Crime Stopper. And there's the Batman Legacy Batman. It's a pretty cool figure. Those two are identical figures. They only changed their boots, and I gave it a different head. You can see the sculpt is the same as far as the gloves, even the body, the boots. They really didn't change much, just a different paint job, different utility belt, because the black and gray has more range of motion with his legs. Even the soles of their shoes are the same, except the Batman Legacy black and gray has a peg, so you can stand them on the stand. But you see, this is the belt for the S3 sculpt, blue and gray, and I like that belt actually better. I wish they just moved it up higher so his legs could move, but they went back with the old school generic pouches, and you know, it still looks cool. It's Batman, it's what you expect. In my opinion, you can't get any better than this. I hate the face on the S3 sculpt blue and gray, but that head is the perfect Batman head. I had to take it off of an older figure and put it on that body, and you know, with the awesome cape treatment, I mean, plain and simple, there's your best figure. And the Batman Legacy collection just started, so you can get this figure that was previously hard to get because he was super expensive. You could get him for $15. I think that's what I paid for mine. So easily the Batman Legacy black and gray with minor adjustments, and it's perfect, and you have the best Batman figure available, period. That's pretty much all there is to say about it. The articulation is perfect. The only issue I have with this figure is he lacks hands to hold things like the Zipline Batman from Wave 1 of the DC Superheroes collection. Besides that, this figure's awesome. It's perfect. So that's it for me. You've been great. Don't forget to check out my website, and I will talk to you later. Peace.